What's up, America? We have a situation at the Kansas City International Airport as thousands of passengers have been evacuated to the tarmac of the airport, and police are bringing canine dogs in, presumably to sniff for explosive devices. Now, we don't know much about what's going on. All we know is that an airport worker came on and said for everybody to evacuate because of a situation. Then people were saying that they saw police with sniffer dogs coming in looking for something. So there's still no exact details as to what's going on. Obviously, the public is in the dark right now, but thousands of passengers from the departure section are now evacuated onto the tarmac where the planes are. From what I understand, the arrivals section is still working okay, but we don't know if that'll be shut down. But some type of major incident is unfolding at the Kansas City International Airport. So if you know anybody that's there, anybody that's flying out, let them know.
Thousands of people are on the runway, dogs are searching, no details, just evacuate. The public is kept in the dark. This is what airports are like now.
Breaking news, Kansas City International Airport was evacuated earlier today due to a reported bomb threat. Travelers waiting at their destination gate were guided and directed by airport staff to vacate the airport. They were led out to the tarmac. Here you'll see exactly people leaving the airport building as bomb-sniffing dogs were deployed along with FBI and airport police to conduct a thorough search. Flights had to be delayed while some incoming flights were diverted. The evacuation process was chaotic, but necessary as a precautionary measure. And while airport officials issued a ground stop for all flight, emergency personnel are on the scene, ensuring thorough security sweeps are conducted throughout the airport. While I'm sure this had travelers on edge, it's better to conduct these precautionary measures and be safe rather than sorry.
Security incidents at major airports can halt operations within minutes. The entire system is designed to prioritize safety, even if it disrupts thousands of passengers.
I had to evacuate the Kansas City, Missouri airport yesterday. You all, it was scary. But do you know what? To this moment, I do not know why we did it, what it was done for, what the threat was, but there was a real threat. Everybody's making assumptions, but nobody really knows.
She was there, evacuated with everyone else. It was scary. And even now, I do not know why we did it, what the threat was. Everybody's making assumptions, but nobody really knows. That uncertainty stays with you. Thousands of people went through that and still have no answers.
Nearly 2,000 people had to be evacuated out of Kansas City's International Airport this morning after a security scare. Around 11:15 a.m., authorities received a report about a potential threat inside of the airport's new terminal. Within minutes, airport police began evacuation procedures, telling passengers to leave the terminal immediately. By about 11:50 a.m., the evacuation was fully underway. Travelers say that the order came suddenly with almost no explanation, just instructions to get outside as quickly as possible. Some passengers who were already on the plane waiting for takeoff were removed from the aircraft using the stair trucks on the runway. Others were directed out of the terminal and onto the tarmac, where large crowds of people were left standing while authorities investigated. In total, around 2,000 passengers were evacuated from the airport, and at the same time, law enforcement flooded the area. Multiple agencies responded, including Kansas City Aviation Police, local law enforcement, and the FBI. Canine bomb detection units were also brought in to search the terminal and surrounding areas. Because of the threat, all flights were temporarily grounded.
Security protocol seems simple. Disrupt the entire airport first, ask questions later. If nothing was there, well, at least the system proved it can shut everything down instantly.
Kansas City International Airport has just been evacuated, with some passengers forced to walk out onto the apron and some stuck in planes on the taxiway. This is because of a bomb threat, seemingly a credible one considering the response. On flight radar, we can see tons of planes stranded on the taxiway because, of course, they can't go to a gate. As of now, that's all we know. As we learn more, I'll make an update.
Moments like this remind people how unpredictable flying can be. Everything feels routine until suddenly the whole system pauses.
Hey guys, this is breaking right now. Apparently, Kansas City International Airport is currently experiencing a major security incident as of this afternoon, March 8th of 2026, around 1 to 5 p.m. local time based on real-time reporting. There's been multiple eyewitness accounts and breaking posts all over the internet right now. They're saying staff are being evacuated as well as passengers from concourses and terminals onto the tarmac or other areas. Sections of the airport, including parts of Terminal A and possibly others, have been cleared with people directed to specific locations. No vehicles allowed in drop-off zones, and K9 units visibly on scene all over the airport. The Kansas City Aviation Department confirmed that they are aware of the situation at KCI, with airport police and FBI on site investigating a potential threat. Now, this has led to a partial or a full evacuation of affected areas, a ground stop, including no takeoffs or landings in progress, and suspension of normal operations in those sections. Travelers are currently being instructed to exit or relocate as directed, though details on a complete lockdown or full airport-wide closure vary from source to source. Now, there's no official statement as of what the threat is yet, and it's too early for confirmation of any type of resolution or all clear. But as this thing develops, I'll keep you guys updated.
Even when the threat is false, the stress is real. Thousands experience anxiety, delays, and uncertainty. A reminder that the human cost of precaution is often invisible.
Evacuation at the Kansas City International Airport terminals has been lifted following a possible threat. The Kansas City Aviation Department confirmed the earlier evacuation to KCTV5 News, saying airport police are working with the FBI to determine whether the threat is credible. The incident was reported around 11:50 a.m. on Sunday, March 8th. Quote, "As a precaution, the department has evacuated sections of the airport terminal," an aviation department spokesperson said. Airport police are working with the FBI to substantiate any potential threat. The FBI confirmed it is also aware of the incident. Quote, "The FBI is aware of the incident, and our personnel are working with city and airport partners to determine the credibility of the threat," an FBI spokesperson said. Flights to and from the airport were grounded. Traffic had also been diverted away from the airport. KCTV5 crews headed to the scene and observed that the highway exits to the airport had been blocked off. Viewer photos show passengers being let off planes onto the tarmac and others streaming out of the terminal. Around 12:05 p.m., travelers stuck at KCI tell KCTV the agents have opened the gates onto the tarmac and advised passengers to line up between Terminal A and Terminal B. Around 1:50 p.m., KCI confirmed that terminals are set to reopen. However, investigators are still sweeping the parking garages. If you are heading to KCI, avoid the airport until further notice.
Seeing thousands of people forced onto the tarmac shows how quickly airport operations can collapse during a security scare. Passengers stranded, flights halted, and confusion everywhere.
Evacuation lifted at Kansas City Airport after reported threat. They had people literally out on the tarmac. So I guess the threat was inside the airport. This was 11:15 Kansas City time, so obviously like super early here in LA. But they say parts of Kansas City International Airport were evacuated Sunday morning after a reported potential threat around 11:15 a.m. Authorities, including the FBI and local law enforcement, responded and secured the area. After more than 2 hours, traveler and staff were allowed back inside around 1:45. Once officials determined the threat was not credible and the terminal was cleared. The incident caused over 120 flight delays.
Even without clear information, authorities move fast in situations like this. For travelers, it's a reminder of how much trust we place in airport security decisions.